Welcome back to another YouTube video. As you guys know from the previous video you may have watched, we did get funded with that $50,000 in 3 days. This is that account. You guys can see it was passed, but now we are on the actual live account and we are doing even better this week. This is the Express account. As you guys can see here, everything in the title is true. We have made $3,183 in only 4 trading days. We only need one more winning day of 200 plus to be eligible for that payout. So you guys will see the payout process coming into next week. Everything is shown up here. We had a 74% win rate versus our 91% win rate. So if you put those both together, divide them by 2, you get around an 86% win rate overall. On the journal, I have an 81% win rate. So that's what I'm going with overall. But as you guys can see, risk to reward ratio 1.14. This is where that real money is made. I have noticed for myself specifically, you may have seen old videos on my channel where I had higher R in those videos, right? We don't really need that. We just need that one-to-one R&R, just looking to stack and complete those base hits over and over again. $3,000 in about 4 trading days. Now let's go ahead and get into the trades that were taken, the strategy that was used, and how you guys will be able to replicate the same exact thing. All right, now moving on to the trades that were taken for this week. We traded Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Tuesday, we had 5R. Wednesday, we had 7.5R. Thursday was a 5.2R day. And Friday was a 2.8R day. Yes, we had losses in these days as well. So I'll be showing that for you guys as well and talk about why I took those losses. And then we'll talk about the week total with 20.5R, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. But let's go ahead and start off with our first day, which was on Tuesday. Now, before we do that, we are going to talk about our strategy that was used within this, right? It is a collection of first Wyckoff. After Wyckoff, we look for supply and demand and market structure. So let's put those down and then we will talk about how that can be formed and allow you guys to be able to get into those trades as well. All right, so first things first, your most important thing will always be market structure. So we want to do top-down analysis from higher time frames to lower time frames to be able to figure out the sentiment that we are in for that specific day. Now, from there, once you have your market structure figured out, then you'll move on to your supply and demand, and you'll use Wyckoff as your overall theory of if we are forming a quote-unquote bottom, if we are forming a top, if we are in a continuation scheme, or if we are in a reversal, right? So we'll use those to be able to figure that out. Now, let's show that example with just using a drawing here, and then you guys will see the actual trades taken and how that is the same exact thing. So on this drawing here, we can see as market structure is coming down, we are creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then a lower low. We have a raid of liquidity that is formed right here. And then this is where we get that break of structure. A new higher high is formed. So all we have to do to look for our entry is going to be the candle before candle that did that. We want to see an imbalance formed on this break of structure when price is showing that it's pushing up throughout those highs. Then we now have our flow block that is formed. That is where you can take your long entry, looking to take price higher up into the highs. I don't know why TradingView keeps doing that, but again, looking for that continuation all the way through the highs. Now, after you get that, you can still look for your next areas of demand. Another break of structure is formed right here. Now you get another flow block, candle before candle that did that, and then you can get that entry for that full continuation to the upside overall. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the trades taken now so you guys can see those real-time examples from real charts and real time overall. Again, if you guys wanted to see this as well, please feel free to join the 1% Academy. It is a paid server where we will be showing the community. We take all of the trades. Everything is shown out to everyone. I'll show you guys a little bit at the end as far as the preview goes. But if you guys want to see a course and real time as far as how this works, you guys can feel free to join at discord.gg/leverage, or I will link it in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into the trades now. All right, so getting into our first trades here that were taken on Tuesday, we can see one trade right here, one more trade right here for 1R. So we had a 2R or a 3R actually, a 1R for 4R, and then one more 1R for around that 5R mark. So overall, we'll talk about how we were looking for it, what we wait for every single time. So starting off here, I always wait for after 9:30 a.m. So 9:30 a.m. at hit, we'll show you guys where that was. Here it comes. 9:30 was right there. So we had a liquidity raid and then a break of structure to the downside. If we are following structure at this point in time, we hit an area of supply, came down, created a lower high, and this is where we created a lower low on the 1 minute. So I'll go to the 1 minute chart now. Go back over there to see when that was taken, and we'll show you that candle before candle to show the same exact thing. So as price is showing those lower highs and lower lows on the 5-minute, we can see the same exact thing with the 1-minute as well, where we come up, we create a higher high, and then we create a lower low. So once we break structure, here's your break of structure. What did we look for? That candle before candle that broke that structure point, which is shown right here. I took the trade on that and then took it for about 128 ticks into the lows. I ended up taking one right after that as well, looking for that continuation to the downside. We got that continuation. I believe the overall goal for that day was 30, and that's where we came down into at the end of the day. But I was just looking for a small continuation, catching one more 1R trade, and then later into that session we do the same exact thing where we're coming up, we're making higher highs, we're making higher lows, higher highs, here comes a lower high, here comes a lower low, another lower high, lower low, lower high. That's where I took that continuation, just taking it into some imbalance, which is shown right here. So we got that full continuation to the downside. That was a beautiful, beautiful trading session, and we were able to catch that overall plus 5R on the day. So beautiful, beautiful trading session on Tuesday. Now let's move over on to Wednesday. All right, so moving on to Wednesday now. Again, what do we wait for? That 9:30 a.m. liquidity raid. Here comes 9:30. We can see that that was shown right here. Price came up, rated liquidity to the upside, broke structure to the downside. This one I was a little bit later to getting into the market for. I waited till after 10 a.m. I waited till around 10:30, and that's when I decided to take my trade. So as you guys can see, we're in a downtrending market. Price is creating those lower highs and lower lows, lower high, lower low. Here comes another lower high, lower low. And then on this lower high, I took that entry, caught a little bit of 2R there. We were looking for 41.030, which is, I think we were close to. Yeah, we didn't fully get that, but I just took that 2R out there. And then I entered right again, right after again, got that little 2R trade or 1.4R trade. And then I was out as far as that goes. Now, this is where it gets interesting because Wednesdays are your reversal days. So on this reversal day, I was looking for that reversal to occur. This is exactly where it happened. Notice how we're following structure, breaking structure to the downside. And then this is where we get a disapproval. Break a structure to the upside, candle before candle that showed that, which was, again, break a structure to the upside right here on this candle. Your candle before candle is shown right here. That's where you can see that stop loss was as well. And then I just took it into some highs. Now, the reason I didn't decide to take it all the way up into this high is because it hadn't shown that yet. Until it broke this point, it wasn't going to show that full break of structure to the upside. So once it did, as you guys can see, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Look at your break of structure. Look at your candle that created that imbalance right here. Candle before candle was right here. I took that entry, took it higher into premium for another plus 2R on that specific trade there. So going into the next trade now, this one is one that I called out to the server, which is what I do every single time when I look to trade. We trade live trading as well. So if you guys wanted to join with the WAP links in description and check out the Discord below. But here goes the next trade as we were coming up into these highs, creating higher highs and higher lows. Price came down, broke structure to the upside after rating liquidity that we can see right here with this yellow mark. Candle before candle again was shown right here. That's where I ended up taking that trade. Spreads had me up a little bit higher as far as that goes. And then I was just looking for an overall continuation. That's exactly what we got. I took it to some imbalances and then I was out as far as that day goes. This was probably one of my best trading days as we were looking for that reversal. We caught the 2 to the downside and then we caught 3 trades to the upside. So what this flow block does is it allows you to be able to stay on the right side of the chart and only look for that continuation in that sense. So you're not predicting anything, waiting till it comes back to this one or anything similar like that. You're just following structure as it is forming. So let's go on to Thursday now. All right, now, so moving on to Thursday, there were 2 trades that were taken on Thursday. This was a beautiful trading day as well. We waited again for that 9:30 liquidity raid to occur. Where did 9:30 go? There it is. And after 9:30 had happened, I just looked for a small move down into this low right here. We didn't fully quite get that low, so I pulled out right before. But looking for that continuation to the downside, we can see again as structure is forming, price is coming up, making higher highs, and now it makes a lower low. We get an imbalance candle creates a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, another break of structure to the downside throughout this low. That's why I took that candle before candle entry and then took it lower into the low that we just talked about. Now, right after, this is where you can find your disapproval theory plays, which I talked about in the last one. But a disapproval theory will be when you have market structure moving to the upside, you're looking for those longs, and then you get a break of structure to the downside. So now instead of that demand that you were looking for on this specific candle, that now becomes supply. So you can get that supply and look to take it to the downside. That's exactly what we did right here with price, creating that break of structure to the upside after this area of supply, breaking one more time, and then again, candle before candle entry, aka that flow block. And then we took it into just these equal highs that we can see right here. So it was a beautiful, beautiful trading day overall. Caught that 2.5 and then a 3.3 R. So I just marked it around 5 R as far as that goes. And then we are on to the next one. So now let's go ahead and move on to Friday and see the trades taken on Friday. All right, now, so moving on to Friday, we had 10 a.m. news. So we were waiting again for that 9:30 liquidity raid. Here is 9:30. That's where that liquidity raid had occurred. And then after that, it broke structure to the upside. So now we are seeing some sort of reversal into the market. It is not that continuation to the downside. Instead, is that break of structure to the upside. So after that was taken, and after we saw that push to the upside, price is now coming, and then we get that 10 o'clock news candle that is formed right here. That news candle got a lot of people into shorts. They might have saw this as a liquidity raid. They saw this as a short trade. And I ended up taking 2 trades that I was stopped out on before I took this last trade right here. As price is moving to the downside here, I took one long trade on this push to the upside, looking for price to move higher into this high, but it still wasn't ready yet. And this is something that I have marked down and told my students as well, as far as waiting for those news candles to be raided. So we had the news candle, we had the raid of that liquidity to the downside. I took a short trade as well, but I ended up getting out at break even when price broke structure to the upside right here. So once it broke up, right, you can see lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, break the structure to the upside. Again, candle before candle that created that. We got that full continuation. Another break of structure to the upside occurred right here. Candle before candle was shown right here. And that's where I actually added to that position. So I was in with 2 contracts and just took it out into this high right here. So that was a nice 4.8 R trade. We took the negative 2 R just before, so it was plus 2.8 R overall on the day. So those were the trades taken. That's how you can see them formed as well. If you guys want to check the strategy series, I will be posting videos as far as market structure, as far as the flow block, as far as everything that you guys have seen from this. They will be done this week for the strategy series. But after that, let's go ahead and go into the journal now to show everything out for you guys, as well as you can see it in the server. So again, if you guys were interested in joining the 1% Academy, you guys can see where we took those trades. You can see the trades that I just went over as well. You can see where I took the longs. You can see where I took them out. I call everything out to the server, as well as we run 4 MVPs in the live hangout section right here, our channel for where we will do our live trading. So if you guys are interested in seeing that and in seeing the server on how it works, please feel free to join the link in the description below, and we will go ahead and go after that. You guys can see also the flow guide that is formed. This shows everything from when, where, why, and how I trade. So you guys will be able to get access to that once you join and then pay the fee for that as far as that goes. So very, very interested in doing that. But let's go ahead now, move into the journal, and then we will end the video for today. All right, so now moving on to the journal. As you guys can see, everything past the 11th was when we started the live funded account. So I have added the ones from the evaluation on as well. You guys can see that from the other video. So ignore the equity as far as this goes. Only focus on this win rate and this overall R. In just literally 9 trading days overall, not even 9, 8 trading days overall, we have 36.7 R. So we are averaging around, if we do the math, 36.7 divided by 8. We're averaging around 4.5 R a day, which is absolutely amazing. So you guys can see all the trades that were taken. We have the screenshots of each of the trades as well. If we followed the rules or not, days of the week that we were trading, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the R collected for those specific days. You can see the R stats. You can see the sessions of the days that we trade, which are New York only. I did trade one Asian session over here. on the evaluation, I believe. But as far as the overall, we have 36.7 with an 81% win rate from the past 2 weeks. Our daily PNL curve is looking absolutely amazing. Once we get a little bit of drawdown, we bounce right back. So that is absolutely fantastic. Our PNL curve for candlesticks are great as well. If you guys do want this template and you want to be able to get the journal, please feel free to add me on Discord at 1xflow and then tell me about the journal and I will go ahead and send that to you. I do not add first, so you guys have to add me first to be able to do that, and then we will go from there. But that was the journal. So you guys should be, again, journaling all of your trades after you take them. This is what we do live in the 1% Academy, so you can see where that happens. But again, if you guys want to join that 1% Academy, I will put the WAP links in the description below. We have a 3-month one at $150 a month. We have a 1 month one, which is the MVP one, that will be around $250 a month as well. That is what we do. We live trade in there every single day. So to be able to make that just $3,000 in a week on just a Topstep 50K funded is absolutely amazing. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get this payout and then we will start to stack more accounts and you guys can see the entire journey as that goes. Alrighty, thank you guys to everybody who watched. If you made it to the end of the video, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more. My socials will be linked below in the description as well, so you guys can hit me up, ask me for the journal if you want the journal. We do have a website coming out here. It should be done within the next week, and feel free to join the 1% Academy on Discord at discord.gg/leverage. I will put that link in the description as well for you guys to be able to join through a Learn to Earn subscription, through an Apprentice subscription, or through that MVP subscription. So again, thanks to everybody who joined today. If you found value, please feel free to drop that like and subscribe. Join the Discord for more. You can join for giveaways as well. You don't have to actually purchase a subscription to be in the giveaways. So I will see you guys as far as that goes. Now, thank you to everybody again. Have a great rest of your day and or night, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, YouTube.